Psst. Hey you. Yeah, you. You want some god rolls? Where did they come from? Don't worry about it. They fell off a truck. We got all kinds, buddy. So you want a shotgun, huh? A heavy hitter maybe, with a little flash and bling? Say no more, friendo. Feast your eyes on the Imperial Decree. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Folks around here call me Fallout, and today we're talking about the god roll Imperial Decree for PvE. Yep, that's right. I know I have spent a ton of time on this channel talking about shotguns in a PvP capacity, and while I still plan on doing that, whether you like it or not, I thought it might be fun to take a gander at a pretty good PvE shotgun. It can do well in strikes, nightfalls, raids, whatever you like. It has plenty of interesting perk options, and it packs a wallop in the damage department. For those of you who might be new to the channel, if you enjoy this weapon review and would like for me to find the god roll of one of your favorite weapons, let me know down in the comment section. And be sure to check out my entire god roll video playlist, link down in the video description, because I've made a bunch of these videos and the vid you're looking for may already exist. Alrighty, so the Imperial Decree, you can earn this bad boy in the Menagerie. And unfortunately, because we are now past July 9th, that means that Bungie has nerfed the chest farming glitch where you could open the Menagerie chest repeatedly until the timer died. So while you might not be able to farm it as hard, you can still very easily acquire this gun. I'll share the rune combo for this weapon at the end of the video if you don't know it already, but for now, let's finally take a look at the weapon tree. As always, we're going to start in the far left with column 1. Barrel selection. Exciting stuff. 6 options to choose from today, and what are we looking for? Well, those of you familiar with the things I usually talk about, aka shotguns and PvP, probably have a pretty good feeling about this. If you were a gambler, you might put all of your chips over on the full choke option. Well, guess what? Today, you would be wrong. In a PvP capacity, I still love full choke as it gives you a much better chance of landing all of your pellets on an enemy guardian via a tighter pellet spread, and landing pellets in PvP is the name of the game. Remember though, we're talking about PvE today. Full choke takes away your ability to earn precision damage with your shotgun. And while headshot pellets in PvP are nice, but not what we typically aim for outside of slug shotguns, headshots in PvE are A, good damage, and B, easy to get. Do me a favor, look at this ogre for a minute. Look at his big, stupid head. For the love of God, you could land a plane on that forehead. PvE enemies, for the most part, usually have very easy to hit and large crit spots. Because of that, we do not want to miss out on that extra DPS potential, so believe it or not, full choke is out. Now, typically, we want range on our shotguns. There's a little debate going on in the community right now about just how helpful range is on shotguns, and we'll get into that another time. Take my word for it though, it definitely still does matter to a degree, and remember what I've mentioned in the past. High impact, range, and pellet spread are the 3 factors that contribute to one-hit kill ranges in PvP. To put it simply, if range was completely meaningless on shotguns, then the Dustrock Blues would be bad, which it isn't, so yeah. Again, more on that another day, but right now in the range department, we are looking for rifled barrel. Tried and true. Yeah, you may lose out on a little handling, big deal. Gives us the range we want for a slightly better damage drop-off point, better weapon stickiness while aiming, and we don't lose out on that beautiful headshot damage. If you're wondering right about now, well, wait, why not smoothbore? Well then, welcome to my channel. Stay here as long as you like, make yourself at home, and remember the #1 rule, which is that smoothbore is the devil. Most of the time, anyway. Now, in terms of PvE, it's not nearly as bad as it is in the Crucible. Remember, enemies have big crit spots and big bodies, usually. But IMO, the extra 5 range given by smoothbore, is not worth the risk of missing an extra pellet every now and then due to a wider pellet spread. Rifled barrel is the winner of column 1, deal with it. Moving on to column 2, 7 options to choose from, and man, we got a lot of the usual suspects out here. It's really a nice change of pace for me to think about PvE perks for once. Normally we'd close our eyes, pick accurized rounds, and move on. But not today, children. Don't get me wrong, accurized rounds is good. We do like better damage drop-off points, but there are other options here worth considering too. Extended mag might be worth a look. Having more shots in the tube is always good, but these days in PvE most everyone either has Rally Barricade Titan or a Lunafaction Boots Warlock on their fire team, which kind of defeats the purpose of a deep mag, a little bit. Same thing goes for tactical mag and light mag, to a degree. I think the winner here actually is going to be assault mag. Reason being, you get to shoot the gun faster. Not by a ton, but increasing your RPM is going to pump up your overall damage per second. And that's kind of what we're looking for though, in the land of PvE. More opportunities to put out higher damage quicker. And speaking of damage, I'm going to damage your expectations and jump right over column 3 into column 4. Why? Because I'm a madman. Don't worry about it, it'll make sense later. We have 6 options here, and some of them, it's gonna hurt me to cut them out because they are perks that I really do love, mostly for PvP. And yes, I'm looking at you, snapshot and moving target. Ah man, I hate this feeling. It's like throwing your favorite kids out of the house or something. Sorry boys, I hate to do it. You're great in PvP, but that's not what we're looking for today. Auto-loading holster is good for big power weapons that are annoying as hell to reload, mainly rocket launchers or single-shot grenade launchers in PvP. Because Imperial Decree is neither of those things, we are going to kick that to the curb like a jilted lover and move on. Ooh, now looky here, we have 3 perks left and all of them are big contenders for best perk in column 4. The good news is, if you have any of these on your decree, you've got a fine weapon. But, you know, it's time to split hairs a little bit and just pick one of these perks for the god roll. Let's start with Trench Barrel. Sound familiar? You might remember Trench Barrel from such classic moments as the time it was only on 1 shotgun in the game and was broken as f***. After its inevitable nerf though, it still offers you extra damage, but only for either a 5-second window of time or for the next 3 rounds out of your shotgun, whichever comes first.
Actually, Fallout, you're wrong. When Trench Barrel pops up on my HUD, it says 4 seconds duration right there on the screen.
Ah, you're right, random YouTuber with an annoying voice who I just made up. You're kinda right, but the perk doesn't end when the timer hits 0 on the on-screen countdown. There is a full second between the timer hitting 0 and the perk shutting off, so it's 5 seconds total. You goober, read a book. Sorry, anyway, yeah, 5 seconds on Trench Barrel, which is pretty good. The bonus damage for PvE comes in at a beefy 50% overall. Not bad. I do wish it would last longer than just 3 shots though. That's kind of lame in my book. And we all know why Trench Barrel got taken down about 8,000 pegs, but I still miss the full potential. Again, if you have Trench Barrel, gonna give you a passable roll, but I think we can do better. Now we're down to 2 perks, Rampage and Swashbuckler. These 2 perks are near identical in a lot of ways, including the damage department. Yeah, quick heads up, we're about to talk about math, but don't worry, I did all the homework for you and put your name right at the top. Rampage has 3 different levels of damage, a 19-ish% boost for level 1, an 18-ish% boost for level 2, and a 17%-ish boost for level 3, reaching a grand total boost of plus 65% damage overall if you reach the maximum level of Rampage in PvE. Swashbuckler, on the other hand, has 5 levels. Like Rampage, each of those levels have mildly diminishing returns the higher you go up, but at Swashbuckler level 5, you reach about the same level of damage buff as Rampage, plus 65%. If you really want to be ball-bustingly accurate, Rampage level 3 is technically better than Swashbuckler level 5 by less than 1%, literally better damage-wise by 0.8%. 0.85%, but that only translates to about 4 damage in-game. So, even though Rampage wins by a margin thinner than a bee's wiener in the damage department, Swashbuckler trumps it in other ways. Rampage lasts for 3.5 seconds, while Swashbuckler lasts for 4.5 seconds. But the real reason is this: while Rampage can only be activated by kills with the weapon itself, Swashbuckler can activate either with weapon kills or with melee kills. And not only that, but with just one melee kill, Swashbuckler lets you instantly jump all the way up to level 5, aka maximum damage. Rampage is still a fine option for sure, and again, so is Trench Barrel. For me though, the winner here is Swashbuckler. And now that we got that out of the way, we can take a step back and look at column 3. Nothing too wild in this column, most of them are just nice to have. Right away though, let's toss out Threat Detector and Pulse Monitor. Yeah, you're probably gonna get them both to activate a lot in PvE, but we can do better. Slide Shot is kinda nice, but same story there as well. Again, nothing wrong with these perks, but we're looking for either A, higher damage, or B, better utility that comes into play when we want. We're in control here, damn it. And with that, let's talk about Feeding Frenzy for a minute. Yeah, I know earlier in the video I said that your fire team will probably have either a Titan with a Rally Barricade or a Warlock with Lunafaction boots, but that won't always be the case, you know? So Feeding Frenzy is a valid option that will greatly help your reloading potential in PvE. Yeah, Slide Shot, Threat Detector, and Pulse Monitor will also help your reload, but Feeding Frenzy does it on your terms. It rewards you for being an aggressive player, and a cold-blooded killer, you animal you. After all, what good is a better reload if you're completely surrounded by trash enemies anyway? You're probably gonna get slapped silly if you're low on ammo and totally surrounded. Anyway, now we've got 2 left on the board, and one of them is a perk I have almost never recommended to anyone, ever. Grave Robber. Melee kills reload a portion of the weapon's mag. Now, normally, this isn't that hot, but considering we just talked about how cash Swashbuckler is in column 4, Grave Robber might actually be worth a look. Consider this: you get a melee kill, and now you're at level 5, aka maximum damage, with Swashbuckler, and your weapon reloads a portion of the mag all at the same time. Yeah? I'll take that. And because we're looking at PvE, melee kills aren't all that uncommon. Trash enemies are weak and easy to backhand. It's a solid combo, and Grave Robber is one of 2 perks I'm going to recommend here in column 3. The other one, of course, is Full Auto. Aside from making your weapon easier to fire, the main pull of Full Auto is that it makes your gun fire faster, but only if that weapon is a shotgun. Like I mentioned earlier, we are in the business of being able to pump out lots of damage as fast as we can. And while Full Auto doesn't wildly improve your rate of fire, every little bit does help. For the masterwork, once again, we are looking for range. Not that it's going to make a crazy difference on your shotgun's killing potential, but the fact of the matter is that stability is pretty much worthless on a shotgun that fires as slow as the Imperial Decree. Handling is nice, but not a deal breaker in PvE, and reload, again, same thing. Put it this way, if there's ever a day where Bungie decides to make a new masterwork that either improves weapon damage or rate of fire, we will jump on that harder than an 8-year-old in a birthday bouncy castle, but until that day comes, you might as well go for range. Now, let's review. What is our PvE Imperial Decree God roll? Rifled Barrel, Assault Mag, Swashbuckler, a range masterwork. And you know what? I am literally never going to get a chance to showcase this perk ever again, so I'm going with it. Grave Robber, for being nothing better than an ideal partner to Swashbuckler. Come at me, bro. Again, if you have Full Auto in column 3, if you have Trench Barrel or Rampage in column 4, you are literally fine. No worries at all. But I just think Swashbuckler Grave Robber is such a unique combo. So ideal for carving through trash in PvE like a hot knife through butter. If you're looking to get one of these bad boys in the menagerie, please use the following rune combo, guaranteed to drop with a range masterwork. And that's it. You've got all the info, boys and girls. Get out there and farm this weapon. It hits hard, it has fun perks, it's a solid damage dealer, and you won't be sorry that you picked it up. Again, if you want to see another weapon reviewed for my God Roll series, please let me know down in the comment section, and be sure to check out my God Roll playlist itself, linked down below. If you think I've earned it, click on the subscribe button, and if you've already subbed to my channel, well then A, I love you, and B, please ring that bell and join the notification squad to help support my channel, which I greatly appreciate. Thank you very much for watching, hope you learned something, and I'll see you next time.